back to our final day of this version of our realistic fiction stories. We have been busy this week bringing our stories to life through actions, through dialogue, through feelings, and telling the solution to our problems in small steps bit by bit. And today we are on our final page of our book where we are going to end our story. Today I want to teach you that there are two ways in which we can end our story in a satisfying way for our reader, where the reader knows that the story is over and they feel like they can put the book down and move on. And so what we're going to learn today are two strategies. Strategy number one is we are going to learn that readers can teach a lesson at the end of their book, like a lesson or a moral to the story. What did the character learn that maybe someone who's reading the book could learn as well? And then the second strategy we're going to learn is that readers can end their stories with feelings, so that way the reader knows how the final moments of that story ended and how that character felt at the end of their story. Both of these ways create satisfying endings where the reader feels like they are at a clear ending. And so we have a few examples from books that we're going to take a look at today. And some of these teach us a lesson, and some are going to share ways in which we can see how a character feels at the end. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go into Seesaw, and you're going to see there's one blank page for your final page. And you're going to look at your pre-write, and you are going to complete your book with your final page and upload your final page. And then tomorrow we're going to upload all of our pages in one spot so I can look at the entire book at the same time. And then you're going to be using a checklist in order to make sure you have met all the expectations of a realistic fiction story. So let's take a look at our first example today. So in this realistic fiction story was about a girl who got lost on a field trip. And this is the final page. So let's take a look at the picture first. You see that there's some speech bubbles, like that's my, and then we have a thought bubble as well, right? Like I should pay attention is what it says. And then it says, the man took Mary all over the aquarium. Then Mary saw her class. Mary said, "That's my class." Mary's teacher said, "Where were you?" Mary said, "I was lost." Mary thought I should pay attention to my class next time. And so you can see that she ended with a lesson. The lesson was, I should pay attention in my class more often. And that is what we are left with. And you can see that this reader really worked hard to try to even use dialogue on that last page to bring the story to life. I love that. And our next one is, for on this page, it says, Sarah said, "Come out and let's look at the snail." Redke said, "Okay, I will try not to be scared." And so this was an example of a character saying how they felt at the end. I'll try not to be scared. And then the book is over because that was the final scene. Now this story was about a boy who wanted to go on this roller coaster, but he couldn't. His mom didn't let him because he wasn't tall enough. And then the boy ended up pushing his mom because he was so angry. And so this was how he ended his story. He said, finally, he stopped and went to the roller coaster. And he learned to not push his mom. He liked the roller coaster. So again, ending with a lesson of, I should not do that, which you should not do. And then this one was about a kid who took his pet cat on a slide, and he was scared, but the cat wasn't. And this was the final page. But then he opened his eyes and he was not scared anymore. And he said, "Wee!" And he wasn't scared in this big slide ever again. And so you can see how he kind of said, this will never happen anymore. I have learned my lesson. And so we gave some real life examples to ways that you can end your story today. So I really am excited to see how you're going to end your story. Are you going to teach me a lesson? Like, did your character learn anything? Or are you going to end with how you are feeling, okay? So I can't wait to see what is going to happen in our stories. And I can't wait to read your entire stories all in one place either tomorrow. So I will see everyone back here tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye, first grade.